Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Gladius Relics of War episode 10 with our series here. And unfortunately this will probably be a very short episode. I'm having some difficulties with my save file. For whatever reason I cannot get the save file to play through. It seems to be broken. After about a few minutes of playing, I get a crash report and the game freezes and locks up. And then I jump back into the game. And the same thing happens over and over. I've been trying to get it fixed for the last month now. I've sent the game to the developers. I haven't heard back from them. So I'm going to go ahead and say that unfortunately this save file seems to be broken for whatever reason. The game itself doesn't seem to be broken. I can play other matches just fine. And it doesn't seem to be a reoccurring issue with anybody else. Googling it hasn't really turned over any results, and going and checking the forums and checking Steam community and everything, it doesn't seem like it's a problem other people are having. So it's just, for whatever reason, unique to my system, and most importantly it only seems to be unique to this particular save file because I cannot get it to replicate in other saves. So something with this save file is busted, and I don't know what it is or what's going on, but it doesn't work. Interestingly enough, I was having some issues with it crashing throughout the series, but it would crash, or I'd get the crash report and it would freeze up, and then I'd just close the game and launch it, and then I could get through 5, 10, 15 turns before it was an issue again. So I was like, well, as long as I can keep pushing through, it's fine. Well, now I've gotten to a point in the game where it just fires, like after a few minutes it just fires, and I cannot get through a save to save my life, for lack of a better way to put it. So here we are right now. We're on turn 106, and the game will crash. You won't be able to see how it crashes because it doesn't really come up on the screen here. I don't think. The game just kind of freezes. It makes a sound, it freezes, and then that's the end of it. And then I get a crash report that's off the game, just an external part of the game, and it doesn't really yield any information that makes sense to me. I'm not a game developer or anything, and like I said, I sent it to Slytherin, but I've sent it to them. I haven't heard from them, and then I followed up with them, and I still haven't heard from them. I know they're really busy right now because they're working on updates, and they just released an amazing AI update. By the way, they've improved the AI significantly. So they released a really big AI update. They're working on a new faction, which they've been hinting to, and all sorts of other really cool stuff. So I know they're really busy. So nothing against them. You know, it's tough to find the time to address every individual person's issue, especially when it's not, you know, a game-wide issue. It appears to be something with this save file and with my computer. Well, I don't know if it's my computer, but something with this save file is definitely broken. So, no big deal. You know, we weren't going to win anyways. You know, at this point, once we had lost our ally, it was looking pretty grim. Might have been able to, once I got librarians turned out, might have been able to hold out a lot longer or do some damage. Maybe even push on the orcs. I was mainly banking on the Necrons here, fighting it out with the orcs a little bit more, and then maybe if my goal was, if I survived long enough and I kept turning out troops and I could defensively play, if I could survive long enough that the Necrons and the orcs fight it out and one of them kills the other one, then I could just face whoever's left over, but by then it might be too late. But if I catch up in tech, then there's really nothing that the AI has an advantage to besides resources. So something that I can kind of combat a little bit. But yeah, needless to say, unfortunately, the save file does seem to be broken. Now, I am going to go ahead and play through the first couple minutes of the turn. If it works, great. Then we get another episode or two, or maybe it just starts working now forever. But I've probably tried to record this episode probably 5 or 6 times now over the course of the last month. I've jumped in and tried to record it, as crazy as that sounds, and it's not working. So I don't think it's going to be any different this time, but I'll go ahead and play it as if it is. And then, but I've tried to do it so many times now. It's like it's broken and I can't fix it. So my thinking is like, well, you know, if it's broken, then I want to give you guys closure at least. I want to come in and be like, hey, this is the problem. And, you know, I don't want to just end the series and then have people be like, hey, you know, where's episode 10? So now you know, here's episode 10. It's broken for me. But yeah, either way, I'm going to be playing the game again anyways because I'm very, very excited for the update. But let's go ahead and get our turn going here and just see what happens. Not really actually where I was going to send him, but I guess it don't matter too much. I want to get some troops up here if I could. And I'm not going to move any troops that can actually do some shooting. And I was going to fall back this line. This turn might look a little bit different than the last turn because for some reason I can't get that turn to even like load up. So I had to go a few turns back. It's really just been kind of a little bit of a mess here, but making it work for sure. No, it makes more sense to put him on that probably. That's fine, I guess. And you got the chaplain here, which, you know. Oh, nice. We can actually hit from here. Pretty much killed him. Still gonna get away, though. Oh, or maybe not. I was worried about that. We might not lose the land speeders, though. I mean, we might not never know because the game's probably going to crash here in a minute. If it doesn't crash before the end of my turn, it usually crashes before the end of my turn. But if it doesn't crash before the end of my turn, it will crash when I do my next turn. It will definitely crash for that. I promise you guys it will. I've done this a lot already. I've been through this a lot. I don't know if the Necrons were going to come this way, so it's hard to say. But these guys I'm actually going to send down to heal. What were we building, by the way? More librarians, right? We definitely need more librarians if we were going to fight them. And predators again. We don't really need more hunters. The hunters are really good, though, because they specialize in skimmers, so they're great for taking out the monoliths, which is why I wanted to build them. And Devastator Marines, because we're basically just fighting gargantuans at this point, is what it is. So, we've ordered the city with whatever. Oh, except for acquiring a tile or building something. We need more energy. Don't have... Oh, yeah, we got this here. That's what that was for. How are we on population, by the way? 19 out 24 accumulated, so we're getting there on population. Alright, so here is the bad part, right? I'm going to hit end turn, and I almost guarantee it's going to crash. This is what happens every time. If I make it to the end of my turn, it crashes when I hit end turn every time. It'll make it to a certain point of the turn, and then it'll crash, generally. I really didn't want to lose that land speeder. Yeah, we're losing a lot, actually. Oh, actually, we made it to the end of the turn. It's a miracle. Well, I'll keep playing until it does crash. I know it's going to. I've been down this road before. I am surprised that it made it through that there, but don't get too excited yet. I mean, hey, if it doesn't crash, all for it, but like I said, don't get too excited. I'm not even going to mess. I'm going to move this whirlwind back. There's no point in, like, messing with that, really. Because it's not going to help. Oh, wow. I can't believe that guy actually shot that far. Oh, I actually really need the librarian up here. I don't need him over there, so I don't know why I was sending him that way originally. But the whirlwinds, I need them. Really, I need them over here to fight the skimmers, but we'll just move them into these buildings. And the Devastators I want up here. This is not gonna happen the way I want it to. I need to be focused firing on stuff that I can kill. I really should be taking out the Gargantuans, but I gotta be able to try and kill stuff. That's like the big thing, right? We gotta take these guys out. I really should be killing the Gargantuans though, if I can, or at least doing a lot of damage to them. Because if you look, yeah, that's right. It's not good. More Librarians coming, more Predators coming. Give me more Devastator Marines, because at this point it's gonna all just be Gargantuans. That's literally all it's gonna be. If I was to acquire a tile, what tile would I like to acquire? Well, I need more requisition. Definitely don't need more influence. I need more requisition. So we'll go for this tile. Ooh, research. I actually made it as far as being able to choose a new research. Bolster defenses. Grants Thunderfire Cannon the ability to provide ranged damage reduction. Infantry unit that heals allied infantry. The Vindicator is nice. Heavy tank with a devastating close range cannon. Increases the damage of melee weapons. I don't know about the Dreadnought. Devastator Doctrine. Hammer of Wrath. No. We really need to be going for the launch pads. You gotta get air vehicles out here. And orbital deployment too. And multi-meltas. Ooh, land speeders and land raiders are multi-melta weapon. That would take out Gargantuans too. So we gotta rush to that. I don't think I'm gonna be building Vindicators anytime soon. Apothecaries would be useful. So let's go for that. If the game doesn't crash, that is. It is kind of being a little laggy, I'm noticing. We really can't afford to lose this guy. We've put a lot of influence in him on parts. Oh, we made it through another turn. Watch, it's not going to crash anymore now because I talked about it. And since I talked about it, now it's not going to happen. That's how it works, right? Okay, let's get these guys inside the city. These guys will put up here to heal. These guys are going to be healing here. Yeah, kill them if you can. If you can't kill that guy, don't even waste your time with it. Okay, I was worried about that, but I was really worried about that, actually. But at least we know he's there and we can melt-a-bomb him. I wish that you didn't have to move that close to do that. We gotta move like all the way up there within shooting, you know, within getting shot range, which sucks. I want to take at least one of these out. That's what I was worried about. I do have the blessings here, which he can do next turn. Oh, more Devastator Marines, which we're moving up there. This guy's healing here. We got another Librarian, which we want to move up. I want to get the Librarian up there where he can cast gets hot, because I'm thinking that that might help me. Let's definitely get him one of these. So he'll level up and we can get the other gets hot. We got to buy another one. There. And Shockwave. We could level him up all the way. I think he gets teleport him up, but we'll just walk him up. Is there anything else that he needs? Really? We'll get him the vest, since we can. The increased movement. The high passive psychic block. Morning Blade of Lazaric. Armorplast bracers. Get him a recovery package. We can heal him at some point if we need to. Get me the Jericho digital weapon, maybe. Got pretty good armor penetration. We can use that sometimes. Then we got another psychic here because we're just going to keep building them. I'm hoping that Shockwave and Gets Hot kind of works for us. This guy I'll just send up to get experience on the front line. I'm not going to fully load all of them. That just, I mean, we got the influence for it, but that'd just be ridiculous. And then this unit we'll just put right here. Perfect. I was hoping we run into somebody like this. Unfortunately, nobody is in a position to attack. This is the only guy that hasn't attacked yet. And he has to move all the way up here if he's going to do something. So I'm just going to put him on hold. I don't want to move him up where he's just going to die. I actually want these guys to move up, though. At least there. I want another librarian. I want more predator tanks and more devastators when it becomes applicable. And then more requisition at some point. Hasn't crashed yet. I can't believe I've made it this far. It's like I wasted everybody's time now. It's gonna crash. It has to. It might not be now, but it's gonna. I'm gonna be mad if it happens not this episode, but the next one. If we make it to the next one. Okay, so this is where it's starting to get ugly, though. Look at all these gargantuans. This is really bad. Ah, I keep forgetting to use the orbital strike. I gotta move these guys back. And this guy's really not in a position to melee a gargantuan to death. Oh boy. Yeah, move up. That might not be enough to do it. At this point, our only saving grace would be if the Necrons came in here and pushed the Orcs. I can't fight that many Titans. There's too many of them. Just like I couldn't, you know, the Imperial Guard couldn't fight that many monoliths. It's just too many monoliths. That's the one with the gets hot. And I don't think it worked, at least not in that instance. Alright. Try to focus on taking one of these guys out here. Some of these units are going to have to fall back. If I keep pushing too much, I'm going to lose them anyways. This guy's got to heal in the city, preferably. Need this librarian to move up so we can hit somebody with this. Oh, we might take that guy out, but not before he kills my Predator tank. Ooh, he can do that. Holy crap. Go for it, buddy. If you could do it, I'll take it. Oh, yeah, this, might as well kill. It doesn't matter. You're gonna die anyways. But the Orcs then will fight this. Whatever. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm building everything that can essentially kill whatever like can do a lot of damage to a gargantuan until I have enough research that I can build, you know, better things like maybe a Land Raider or multi-meltas would be nice. Anything at this point. Yeah, that guy was just there to simply distract these and it seemed to have worked. I'm going to keep him there. He can throw a crack grenade. Ain't going to do a whole lot, but he's literally just there to buy time for this stuff. Well, that attack does some pretty good damage. Yeah, Shockwave's not bad. I'd like for this to stay alive. I need you to keep healing, honestly. Yeah, go here. Keep trying to take that guy out. Yep, go here. See if we can have these guys take a Titan out on their own. We could probably kill this one, so let's go for it. Nice. First Titan down. We're gonna shred him. We're gonna shred him up. I promise you, I definitely, you know, I said I was gonna try not to go down without a fight. If we can heal, we're gonna do it, so go for it. Try to keep some of these vehicles on the line. This guy can do another gets hot, so go for that. See if that works. 16 damage, I'll take it. Gets hot and shockwave as well. And start moving up. Predator tank. So lots of Predator tanks. And lots of Predator tanks, lots of Librarians, lots of Devastators. And just keep them coming at this point. Well, the game's not crashing now for some reason. I don't dare mess it up if I can help it. I'm hoping these guys are going to fight the Necrons. This just gets worse and worse. These aren't Gargantuans though. I can handle these. The mech guns I can handle. It's the Gargantuans. They absorb too much firepower. Gargantuans do. Alright, we gotta get this Librarian out of here. And we gotta get this thing killed, if we can. Shockwave, because it's pretty good. Nice. Another one down. Let's see. Definitely try to up this guy's damage. Still ain't gonna make him as lethal as I need him to be. Oh, he's a great tank right now. Let me move this guy back. We're not gonna kill this Gargantuan by just beating on him. It says it is a say. It's just not gonna happen like that. Yeah, we'll kill him like this though. Nice. Needed that. Keep healing. We need you to heal. Okay, so we've managed to take out a lot of Gargantuans. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind putting down another Fortress of Redemption. It can't shoot this turn, but it can absorb some shots, and that's all that really matters. How are the Necrons? Are they fighting over here? They're fighting the whatever's left of the Imperial Guard. Okay. This tank's gonna have to move up. I need more tanks over here because there's two Gargantuans over here that are gonna need to be dealt with. And okay, we've actually made it to the end of this episode. Amazing. I didn't actually think we were going to make it. If I could be perfectly honest. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out. So he doesn't kill my fortress here. Because then this can start healing. And these guys can go back to holding that. Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and end it here. Let's, yeah, we'll end it here. I can't believe we actually made it through this turn. I just got done explaining to you guys the whole scenario, and then we made it through the turn. So here's how I'm gonna end this turn off. Okay, and I hate to leave you guys in suspense. Here's how I'm gonna leave it. I don't think we're gonna win, but I mean, we're doing really good. We killed off a lot of those Gargantuans. It doesn't mean we're gonna win, but my plan is kind of working a little bit as intended. The Orcs are going to probably start going over here to focus on the Necrons. They can beat up on each other. Meanwhile, we can maybe kind of solidify our corner here, expand our uses, advance down the tech tree to better tech that's going to help us, and maybe kill one or the other, and then fight it out with whoever's left, or etc., etc. So there's ways it could go. Now, I don't think it's going to go that way. I think we're going to eventually get overrun, especially if the Necrons get involved over here. But it's just something to consider. However, if for whatever reason at any point after this series I don't upload another video, just assumed that I couldn't get the save file working, and that'll be the end of the series until, unfortunately, we won't have a closure, but that'll be the end of the series until the new update comes out, or the new DLC, or whatever they're calling it, with the new faction. So that'll be the thing. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you'll see another episode after this one, and the game will continue working on. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I want to thank you all. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you. I hope to see you next time.